Got some Sahara with Love So Fine. Also, Force One Network, Sister. Wamsi in the building. She's sitting in for the one and only Naila. And I'm your local energy provider, Otada the Beast. Final hour of the show time is flying by so fast. By the way, Wams, do you know we're so closer to 2050 than we were from 2000, the year 2000?
What?
2050 is just right around the corner.
Aki.
Yeah.
You know, when you say 2000, it feels like 2 years back.
Right? Yeah.
The millennium and all that.
A kid who was born in 2000 is now 25.
You, your mothers.
I know.
And fathers.
But it's all good. It's all good. As long as we're pumping heavy weights. Man,
absolutely.
But,
yeah.
Honestly, there's somebody who has just made my day.
Go on.
The president, William Ruto.
Allah.
Hey.
He made your day?
This guy yesterday was in a wedding. And Mr. President he was just wondering why Kenyan men are slow. Now, the reason he was, wondering why, guys are slow, apparently, quote unquote, is he was in a wedding of his daughter's friend. Okay. Now, we all know that the president's daughter has married a Nigerian man.
Yes, we remember that from a few years back, yeah?
Apparently. But now, the President Ruto's daughter's friend is also marrying a Nigerian. And now the president was like, "Hey guys, manze, what's happening with this whole maneno for marrying Nigerians? There's something with Nigerians. We need to balance the scale." Kwani, what's wrong with my Kenyan men? You guys, are you slow?
No, I don't think Kenyan men are slow. Yeah. However,
I think he meant slow in the sense of you're not quick to marry these babes.
I get. And they wako, if there was a bar, Kenyan men wako hapo. Shida ni the Nigerians bana. The Nigerians, those guys, they walk into this studio wameja na ni mtu mmoja.
I know they have this presence. Yeah, they have a presence.
Yeah. I think they're perceived as very ambitious and confident.
Yeah. Yes.
And obviously that's attractive to women.
They're also lovers, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
When you dated a Nigerian?
No.
Just wondering. You sound like you're speaking out of experience.
No, but I have friends who do, and I see it. I see why they do it. Yeah. The way Nigerian men express love, it's every woman's dream. See, come on. Kenyan men are a bit shy with nakupenda. No, the Nigerians will express romance in a way that, to be honest, utaitikia kuoe. Also, I think there is an issue of cultural influence where Afrobeat, nini.
That's true.
So it's glamorized. That's why we want energy in our bedrooms and everywhere.
I believe that. You're very right. That's an interesting way of putting it.
Yeah.
When I saw this story on the internet and I was just reading the comments, you guys, it's fascinating because there are many women, not just Nigerians, who really admire Nigerian men. Yeah. Nigerian men are marrying pretty much all these women in the world.
Everywhere.
American babes, white babes,
it's not just us
Spanish babes. You're going to find some Nigerian guy who could go deep in China with his Chinese wifey.
Correct.
I don't know. They're very appealing to women, isn't it?
Yeah, they have all these factors we're saying. And also they have, I would call it, what was it? Like, you feel limitless.
Oh, is it?
They are so confident, bordering arrogant. If you were at a club, Sahi, for example, or a restaurant, and something was wrong, say with the food or the bill and all that, my voice would shrink when I'm saying, "Excuse me, please, this idea, I did not order for this." A Nigerian.
What is wrong with this food now?
Are you mad?
There's too much salt. Can you take this thing back?
Are you mad?
And you switch the TV. We want to watch Manu and Asna.
Exactly. So they seem, kila mtu anataka mtu wako confident. Kama sasa tukienda restaurant, ni mtu nani ataambia waiter hii kitu ni wrong? It's the Nigerian man or woman.
My auntie has married a Ghanaian man.
And are they equally?
They're very confident. But the thing I noticed, the day I had to say, she was talking about how they're well-mannered.
Yeah.
They're humble, they're confident, but they're cultured. Yes, that's the word. They're cultured.
I think Ghanaians and Kenyans hapa. We are not below in any way, but in terms of mambo ya mapenzi kuji-express and all that, tuko the same level.
Yeah.
Hey, no one beats Nigerians.
But why do you think Nigerian babes don't really date Kenyan men?
Juu hamna hata confidence ya kuwakatia.
It's that story.
And also,
even Sudanese babes, I don't see them marrying Kenyan men.
Do Sudanese people marry us?
They don't need to marry.
Kabisa.
They're selfish in like they marry their own.
It's or they marry the white men.
Or white people.
Or white people. Only inter-marriage white people.
What's your preference in terms of race and country?
I don't have any, so I will just stick to my regular.
Your Kenyan men, eh?
I love
Kenyan men are gangsters. Maybe for me, I think I'm not sounding at Ibast or whatever, but I think as a Kenyan man, I think we stand out. I think our standards are so high.
Yeah.
That's why maybe these other mamas just find us hard to deal with. I think we're very practical. Kenyan men are very practical. And maybe it's because of the hustle culture. It's maybe because we've been through so much. Yeah. So for us, we like to make sense of things. Like a Kenyan man is not going to waste his time in being flowery and romantic.
No, why?
Like he would rather focus on the grind.
Atakuwa na, for example, 30, 40, 50, 60 million. Lakini 500 bob ya maua naona nime waste.
Isn't that a good guy?
No. You should love them.
Yeah.
In fact, genuinely, what is the point of having money and all these things if you cannot even spoil the person?
So that's the other problem now. Many people usually imagine that now a woman is like a status symbol. Like if you're successful, it should reflect on the type of woman you have. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, not even that, because I assume if we are married or we are dating and you have it's the same way. Mimi kama we are dating and we Kev hapo ninajua mbele nyuma.
Yeah.
Ukichapwa uko na 137 bob. Na mimi hey Kev bana mimi hata you don't have to ask me. Yeah. I'll be like, hey Kev, maybe kanahitaji.
Exactly.
Kev ni birthday yake wacha ni. You know. So I think Kenyan men wana hapo ndio wenyewe wa style up kidogo.
They're stingy, yeah?
Just because you tell me.
It's because we've been through so much, manze.
Na Nigerians have not? Watu wenye wako per square kilometer. There's so many.
Yeah, but I feel like a Nigerian Kenyan couple would be, I think it's the perfect couple.
Okay, a Nigerian man?
Yeah?
Nigerian man, Kenyan woman, ama Kenyan?
Either. Either. But Nigerian babes are damn good looking. Jesus Christ.
And flamboyant.
They have this natural vibe to them. You know, I like their vibe, man. They
take up spaces, they will dance.
They're like,
show up.
Yeah. Then they have this strong energy. They're very strong.
But I feel like a Nigerian babe for a Kenyan man, you tuna push. Nyinyi. Wapana. I think.
You're funny. Wow. I just tuna push. Why?
Because those babes, the personalities, they are humongous.
Funny, we can't handle it.
No, you can't. Kenyan men, hata kuvaa lipstick wanaona umefanya match. Imagine, do you see the Nigerian babes that we see?
Yeah.
Mtu amevaa nguo yenyewe tu hivi ya kuja harusi as a guest, not as the bride, as a guest. Nguo inashonwa for 2 months. Iko bei.
But a Luo man would handle a Nigerian babe.
That one, yes.
At the same time, I also think a Kalenjin man can handle a Nigerian babe. Kales are very proud. You know, Kales are like Luos, eh? They're Nilots. That's why you see this Ruto-Naila relationship is making sense.
No, but okay, let me tell you why I am. Unaeka your question mark kwa Kalenjins.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, and maybe I am.
Yeah.
The structure of a typical Kalenjin man, he is tiny. He's he's tall,
he's slender,
very slender.
Yeah.
And a typical Nigerian babe,
strong, thick.
Yeah, amejaza hivi dera. But then again, si dawa ya baluni.
Supplements.
Sindano, bro.
Yo, but I think Nigerian babes are similar to Luya babes. They have a thing going on. Because Luya babes are very attractive as well.
Yes, physically.
But they're also strong.
Yes, but ukiangalia how Nigerian men, the typical Kenyan man wanting someone who is over the top and all that. Sioni.
Yeah.
You guys munataka the regular.
Don't make it sound like that. Regular.
Hamtaki mtu ana stand out in any way, especially and particularly in a way to show extravagance. We have money, we have this. Do you see mabibi za watu rich wenye sisi Kenyans we praise? Wanakaa aje? Let's be honest. And I mean,
thick, the big.
No.
Yeah.
How wamevaa too simple. Ameshona tu kadres.
Oh, you're talking about in Kenya?
Yeah, I'm saying Kenyan. Yeah. The ideal rich man's wife is someone who is so quiet in their wealth.
But not Luos. I have Luo blood.
Yeah, well, Luos maybe.
A Luo rich man's wife is extravagant.
See?
Yeah.
speaking from
Even
mountain.
Kuyo. Even Kuyo, man. They're Kuyo. A millennial Kuyo.
Well, yes. Now,
Hey, they're shining.
No. Yes, a millennial.
They're looking good.
But a 50-year-old woman who has billions and all that.
She's simple.
Hata lip balm hapaki.
I know, man. This is Vaseline.
Anatokanga kwa nyumba anapitia kwa nini? I'm thinking of it. Uko kwa ng'ombe anachukua Vaseline akijipakanga akitoka.
Arimis
akitoka. I'm being serious.
Yo, but anyway, me, I just think as we get back into the tunes, Nigerian babes are very good looking. And anyway, Kenyan women are also very good looking. So I'm not surprised that Nigerian men love Kenyan women.
They're loving us.
Yeah. So, let's get back into the tunes. 24 minutes after 6. It's a holiday vibe, man. Happy holidays. Happy Idul Adha. Sahara, love so fine.
The Spice Drive, the official soundtrack of getting you where you need to be.